Yo, welcome back to my brand new werewolf build, or pretty much updated werewolf PvP build. By no means this is the best build for everything. This is just my preferred play style for this patch currently until I find something better. But I'm pretty sure there is tankier and more sustaining setups. My health is not super high, but it's all like literally at the 30k mark. The damage is really good. But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the build. I will flop around the attributes and stuff like that, which you'll see in some of the gameplay clips. But other than that, the build's pretty much the same. So let's go ahead and get into the setup. All right, so the first thing that we need to talk about is the subclass changes and the overall passive changes just in general. So if you're new or you're a returning player, basically the game only allowed you to play as one class, so you couldn't get the benefit of all the passives that you would want and stuff like that. And for a very long time, just pure Sorc and maybe Templar were just the best overall classes for Werewolf because of the way how Werewolf is designed in this game, based upon passives and stuff like that. You don't get every passive that carries over. But anyway, the main passives that you need to have for any werewolf build, it seems like, sure, there might be some better combinations for tankier ones. But when it comes to the damage based werewolf builds, you need to have storm calling. The reason is you get recovery and stam recovery, mag and stam recovery. You get energized, it increases your physical damage by 5%, so that's going to increase your howl attack. You're going to have amplitude, so the more health they have, the more damage you will do to them. Another important skill line you need to have is Adric's Spear, because you get access to Burning Light. So every time you deal damage, you basically, for 3 seconds, after reaching 4 stacks, you deal so-and-so magic damage to your target, and it scales off your weapon damage. And then another important passive is Balanced Warrior. This is going to increase your weapon damage and spell damage and armor by 6%. This is pretty big. It starts to scale up really high. For the third passive, it's going to be more of a flex spot. You could run really any passive here. You can run really anything you want. For now, for this build, I have Arcanist, Herald of the Tomb, and I got Harnessed passive, which just gives me more weapon and spell damage for 10 seconds when I restore magic or stamina. So in combat, this is really nice. It really just boosts my overall tooltips on my werewolf and overall damage. So it's actually pretty noticeable, especially when you start running the right combinations and morphs and buffs and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's pretty much going to be a Sorc, Templar, and just a flex spot. So Sorc, Templar, DK, Sorc, Templar, Warden, Sorc, Templar, Necro, really whatever you want. But for this build, this is what I have. And make sure you just kind of get your passes on everything. So when it comes to the race of the build, it doesn't really matter, but I have Orc for the 1000 stamina, 1000 health, and you heal when you do damage, which is not that noticeable, but it can help sometimes. And then I have the weapon damage, which overall will increase my overall tooltips. Same thing as the stamina will as well. Reduce the cost of sprint by 12%, and then also increase the movement speed bonus of my sprint as well. So I'm always running in Werewolf anyway, so I kind of need that to move around. But like I said, the race doesn't really matter that much. They all have their benefits, so pick one that you prefer. Alright, so that's pretty much on that. So what we're going to do is go over the sets, and then I'll go over the abilities I'm using as well. So for the sets, well, I won't go over the sets, but let's go over the potions first. But might as well get to the sets as well. So for the sets, it's obviously going to be Oak Father. This is a no-brainer. It's literally weapon damage and pen based upon the enemy's buffs, and this really scales a lot, especially in Werewolf and all the little mini minor buffs that you get when transformed. And by the way, this is a 1-bar build, so you're not going to really be using your second bar at all. So So, but Nern, or you could do double sharpen. Really, any trait here, any of these traits will work. I do not know why I have shock, double shock, because that's not right. I usually have one of these enchants here to absorb stamina enchant, and I have Nern. So shock and absorb stamina enchant. So it's kind of what you want. Sharpen and Nern is what I go for. Usually you can go for double sharpen, but like I said, any traits will work just for your preference. You can also use poisons if you like, but I don't have any right now, so I'm not using them. The second set is obviously another one, no brainer. Is Wretched. This just gives you so much sustain and recoveries, and as long as you're in combat and you're putting debuffs and buffs on yourself and debuffs and stuff like that, or whatever how it works, you will be getting the recovery at all times. And then it can get pretty ridiculously high with the sustain as well. When it comes to the traits, I got everything in pen. You need crit resistance this patch. If not, you're going to be getting really destroyed with these critical damage builds. So yeah. I have 5 heavy, 1 light, 1 medium. I have medium bracers and light sash, but you can mix it up if you like. You can go full medium, you can go all heavy, whatever you can do. So, and that's right, I do have the Oak Father waist, because I'm trying to, because I have to use the mythic item Oaken Soul for all those buffs. But yeah, that's everything I pretty much have, and make sure you have tri-stats. And for the shoulder, this is another flex spot. You could use pen, you could use more health, you can use the Nebonate for more crit resistance. But for right now, I have pen just to kind of increase my overall damage. For jewelry, I have all infused. I just want my tooltips to be high, so at all times. So I just put it all into that. And the increased physical harm glyph, which will give me the weapon and spell damage. So. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that. So for the werewolf skills, well, let's just go over the regular human skills. Pretty much can put anything here. The only downside about running Herald of the Tomb or some of these passives that you don't really have a lot of defense passives, or not passives, defense skills, which kind of sucks. So really with this build, you're going to be running around a lot trying to avoid death until you get ultimate. But if you could like swap something out, like maybe swap Herald of the Tomb out for like a defensive skill line or something, you can survive a lot easier in human form until you get werewolf. But typically that's my only problem with this build, is trying to survive in human to get to werewolf, which kind of sucks, but yeah. But yeah, I have Sigic, I have Hurricane, which is probably redundant because I already have the armor buff from Oaken Soul, which I might just change this out and just put nothing but defense abilities or maybe attack abilities or something. I use Streak, I use Jabs, I use Vigor. It's really just simple. You're not killing anybody in this form, by the way. It's not going to happen unless they just don't know what they're doing. But your reality is just you're trying to survive. So yeah. And now here's the most important part: is the werewolf. So let me go ahead and get into that. So Berserker, hands down, is better than the pack leader in my opinion. Sure, some people might disagree because you get a little bit longer timer and 10% mitigation, or maybe a little bit lower, whatever the actual number is. But the bleeds are so powerful this patch, especially when you stack it with the burning light and just the overall triple damage dipping that I'm doing. Yeah, you're really not going to get any better than that. As long as if you get good at playing the werewolf and mastering your timer and form, as long as you're attacking and you have all your passives in, this is the morph to use. Brutal Pounce, this is better than the other one. The other one literally just gives you like a second of timer. It sucks. Don't even waste your time with that one. Run this one because it will increase your damage. But by, say you pounce on something or pounce on 6 people and you do one swipe, you'll get an instant 600 damage, and it also puts a pretty decent execute, especially with the damage being a lot higher for the werewolf right now because of the passive changes. You will notice this kill people sometimes. Like they'll run away, and then like I've noticed in some BGs and stuff, like some guy will run off and die, and they said I killed him, and I'm like, and I was wondering like how did I get him? You know, usually from the execute bleed or something like that, or just the werewolf light attack bleed too. So, but yeah, run brutal pounds. Hercine's Fortitude, this is the best one in my opinion. I do not recommend Rage under any circumstance except if you have healers. The healing on that is so bad, it's like not worth it. And two, you're never at full health really anyway, most of the time to get that Berserk. So that's why I said recommend having healers, so they always keep you above, you know, capped out on your health. And they can give you extra buffs and stuff to give you more damage as well. But if you're going solo, go Hercine's Fortitude. Just stronger heal in general, and more recovery. Run Deafening Roar for this build because of the Wretched. The Wretched's a lot easier to proc, and it just gives you pen. The other one's okay if you're not running Wretched and you already have enough pen and stuff like that, but you lose out on the major protection, which you kind of need. Like I said, people do hit pretty hard, so this one's better in my opinion. Their speed heavy attacks and debuff, Terrify debuff is pretty nice because it can stack with the Hell of Agony, but you really don't need it. So it's probably just best to maybe have another werewolf with you that's running a build like that, so they can put debuffs, so which will make your damage a little bit better. But yeah, stick to Deafening Roar for most cases. When it comes to the Howl attack, I always go with Hell of Agony because it's cheaper and it just seems more efficient to use. The other one does put the minor, or gives you the minor force buff, but you don't need that because you're wearing Oaken Soul. So yeah. And then Claws of Anguish because it puts Defile, which you'll need, and it also reduces shield strength of things, so that likes to shield stack. And it's kind of the bread and butter for the werewolf, so you could use Claws of Life too if you feel like you don't have enough healing, but I need to be able to reduce the target's healing. You know, a little heal in there is not going to help that much. Not at least not solo, unless I'm hitting a bunch of people or something. Other than that, it's not worth it. So, yeah, that's my choice on the werewolf morphs right now. So let's go ahead and get into the champion points, and I will go over the mundus stone as well. Oh, did I actually go over the food? I don't think I did, so we'll go over that. I always just run Beewood Sugar Skulls. Sometimes I'll try recovery foods out, but I just like the max stats. It just feels like I've always played like that. The recoveries will lower my max resource, which will be kind of annoying sometimes because I'll be roll dodging and all of a sudden I get stam checked, even though when I have all that stam recovery, it's pretty annoying. Sure, there's counter ways to do it, like you can put survival instincts and stuff like that, but honestly, I just stick to the basic tri-stat food. Potions, just do the normal tri-stat. You can buy these from Cyrodiil now, and the other potions I recommend is the tech pots and immovables. Immovables would be used for things that like to pull and negate and blow you up, or you know, stuff like that, so they can't constantly keep doing that. And the tripods are just probably the best for sustain, and then the tech pots for because there's night blades literally everywhere now, especially with the subclassing. So yeah, mine of those guys. Your counters is definitely going to be a bunch of poison, snares, and night blades. Those are going to be your main counters because you're not that tanky, and if you just get hit with a massive bunch of ganks, you're obviously going to die. Sometimes you can survive by killing them before they get you, but if there's a bunch of them, you're pretty much screwed. So, yeah. For champion points, we're going to get into this. I have Exploiter, Master at Arms, Deadly Aim, Wrathful Strikes. This is full damage. You could do Foresight for sustained healing, which I usually swap that in and out for other passives. Foresight, Exploiter, Master at Arms, Deadly Aim, Wrathful Strikes. So these are the main 4 ones for the build. It's just overall increasing my damage, especially to off-balance targets. Overall tooltip increase, and for everything. So kind of stick with that. Or you can use Resilience for more crit resistance as well. Or you can really pretty much run anything you want, but yeah. For the red tree, I'm always using Fortified for more armor, Balanced Vitality for more health, Sustained by Suffering for more recovery, because you're always getting some damn status effect or some negative effect on you. So, and then Pain's Refuge to reduce damage taken for every 2 negative effects active on you up to a maximum of 20%. So you're at 20% mitigation if people like to stack a bunch of stuff on you. So you can also do Bastion for shield players, run Celerity for more speed, Survival Instincts for more cost reduction on like your block and your roll dodge and stuff like that. So yeah, you can use Peace of Mind or Slippery. These ones can be pretty good at times, but I don't like the 21 second cooldown. I'd rather have my stuff at all times, so I just stick with this stuff. But that's pretty much it for the combat CP. But other than that, I think the build's complete. I mean, you will see. Oh yeah, that's right. For the Mundus Stone, it's going to be the Lover. Usually the Lover, the Warrior, the Lady. It's got to be the Mundus Stone is not going to matter too much. You can do more recovery. But I just prefer the pin in order to go through the armor because some believe it or not, some players are freaking tanky. Even with like 8,000, 9,000 weapon damage buffed in Cyrodiil, man, like people just eat that damage, and it's crazy because a lot of them only have like 28k health and 30, and it takes a minute to kill them. And I feel like with this build, you can kill most players in a one-on-one scenario. If you know what you're doing, if you don't get annihilated or something like that. But this build definitely gonna be based upon reaction time. If this is not really a beginner build, by no means. A beginner werewolf will be way more tanky, way more health, way more sustained, but less damage, obviously. But this is not a beginner wolf. This is my current setup, and this will tend to kind of change back and forth. And when it comes to attributes, I put all my points into stamina, or I'll go all health, or I'll half my attributes, just depending on what I want to do. Usually all stamina just for the maximum damage output. And I'm also able to constantly attack them because I have a lot more stamina to work with, which is also good for my blocking and dodging as well. I hate getting stam checked on a werewolf, or I'm about to kill somebody and then I just run out of stamina to keep attacking, which is pretty annoying. So yeah, but that's pretty much it for the build. I hope you guys enjoy it. But yeah, I will see y'all in the new one, and or catch y'all in the new video or next video I make. But here's the gameplay. So peace.
Looking back at me, I can't even see your face. The pressure was closing in, it's taking me again. Wait, it's all that I can take, and every single day a part of my soul is fading. But now, by letting go somehow, unshackled and unbound, I'm calling out your name. Closing in, it's taking me again. Wait, it's all that I can take. And every single day, a part of my soul is fading. But now, by letting go somehow, unshackled and unbound, I'm calling out your name. I'm fading. So save me from what I've become. Just about to break. Help me see the way. I shatter into pieces on the floor. Wait, it's all that I can take, and every single day, a part of my soul is fading. But now, by letting go somehow, unshackled and unbound, I'm calling out your name. I'm fading.